This video is intended for the divine collective, divine feminine, masculine starseeds, whoever else is looking for a little bit of conscious drip this morning, okay? So dealing with energy vampires, right? This is what this video is all about. Okay, so we want to start with the light trigger warning as well, just because we know that this can come with some, flashbacks and energetic PTSD and all of that, right? So I intend for this to just be a light reflective message. Okay, I want to keep the energy grounded and blessed. I thank you to my divine at all times for allowing me to link with you guys, right? It's all love all the time, and I want us to all be able to protect our energy sources when we go out, so that we can have the best experience on this earth. So making our purpose to serve, right? um, so we can get done what is intended for us to do in this life. All right. So, dealing with energy vampires, identifying the source, protecting your energetic field, and then giving yourself room and space to culminate your target with precision accuracy. I didn't do any of my vocal warm ups this morning. It's been a little bit. Okay. I used to podcast and do things like that. So now that I'm here announcing on the spiritual front, I almost be in disbelief with my damn self, right? So your energetic field, right? Your auric field. Giving yourself room and space to culminate your target with precision accuracy, meaning the energetic vampire. When you are able to look from a spiritual standpoint and say, okay, this person is not just fucking with me, right? They are fucking with my energy. They got a pull on me, right? When we can identify that, and how do we cut that cord? So, once you have secured your opponent, that starts with identifying, right? I see what's going on here. I don't like this. I am aware that I am a victim to some subconscious shit is going on, right? You identify your opponent. Then you shackle them down. That's when you get into a meditative stance. Or that's when you have designed and given yourself intention, right? You say, I'm about to free myself from this motherfucker. You aren't going to hide from me anymore. I see you. I see myself. I see what's happening here. You can't go nowhere. You now have the responsibility and the pleasure, right, of responsibility, obligation, if you will, and taking this person out of your energetic field. You're energetically removing this person. You say, all right, leech, I'm picking you off, and there won't be any harm to me in the process. I won't be getting hurt once I pull you off of me. But as children of the divine, we have the moral code of integrity, a promise we must keep in using these divine war weapons to keep peace. Not all vampires are wicked. In fact, most have no sense of identity, seeing that they lack self-actualization, the ability to analyze self from a spiritual standpoint. You see, they themselves are unaware to what makes you so tasty, what's so tantalizing, right? They are so deep in dark shadows that they are unable to see that they are feeding on another human being's light source. You see? Hence the word vampire. They're unnatural, a part of the living dead. But this is actually a secret, right? They get pleasure and become delusional in efforts to hide themselves from being seen. And that's to protect themselves, right? No one wants to be seen when you're doing something. Demons, vamps, dark beings don't want to be exposed, right? They get pleasure and become delusional in efforts to hide themselves from being seen. And then they project their negative images onto their victim. Mostly by getting the victim to become invested energetically. So all it takes is a little bit of engagement, right? Any type of response, whether it be a dirty look or whatever reaction. This person can get you to focus on, to pull you into their web, right? Further, pulling you out of your attention span and closer to them. That's how you form an energetic connection, a subconscious energetic connection with someone that you don't even know, a stranger, even. It's weird. It can happen while you're driving, it can happen while you're on the bus, it can happen in the grocery store, anywhere, right? When there is someone with a stinky energy that can smell your sweetness, they're just going to keep walking until they got their nose all up in it. Next thing you know, the rose is smushed, right? So, whatever this person can get you to focus on, right, to pull you into their web, further pulling you out of your attention span, closer to them, connecting you energetically. I wrote this all down. Sorry to repeat myself, all right? Because now this person has gained insight on how to push your buttons, all right? They have studied how to annoy you. They have a place to attach to your auric field. And again, they don't know what's going on, right? Because usually these people don't have a spiritual basis themselves. Kind of like how you see sharks in those like nature documentaries and like National Geographic, the Blue Planet. You know how some of those sharks will have these little fish stuck to them, underneath them. And I heard that the fish are supposedly useful to the shark. They are supposed to, there's some type of feeding source, ridding them of bad algae and like bacteria. And in return, the fish have a home, right? A resting retreat. So we feel like it's an equal give and take. And that's what science says. But look, my standpoint on this is the shark doesn't have a say in that. I have yet and am still waiting for the day that a marine biologist goes down there and interviews the shark and asks him how he truly feels about the succubus incubus fish thing, the pest living under its tail fins. Or even better, are they aware of the presence of that fish in the first place? Humans, we think that we're so smart. How we don't know if the sharks, you know what I mean? That was just a little analogy, how they truly feel about that shit. They got a little, sucker fish up under their armpits. They don't know about it. And even if they do, they can't do shit about it. And as humans, that's the beautiful part. We have the ability to protect our energy. Okay. So this is just a way of looking at the energy vampire. You feel me? That was just a brief segue. And it's to get us to kind of have an empathetic standpoint as well, only for a moment though, to understand that not all people have to be treated as if they are terrible, okay? Because on the flip side, honestly, as much as I don't like people sometimes, or as much as I have a hard time being able to relate to individuals, right? You never know who has angels on their team, okay? So whether we like it or not, I thank God that we have so many angels, right? You have so many angels. The world has so many angels available, and we can choose to work with, or that choose to work with us, right? Or that we can petition, rather, for assistance. And they will work with you, right? And when we work from a place of moral integrity, and when we choose to use them for the light purpose, what they're intended for, these are beings of light, right? And for the purpose of freedom and light. I might want to see my enemy go down, right? Rightfully so. But vengeance is a negative frequency. Okay. Of course, we have deities like Kali and all of these other Durga forms, right? And entities that were here, right? Seemingly serving their dark, but they were sent from the divine to clean up all of what is dark. It had to be a bigger force to come and do that. But each god or goddess comes with a lesson, right? The goddess Kali Shiva, she literally lost control and said, fuck this shit. I'm destroying the hell with the whole town, and got rid of the good as well, right? So we don't want to go overboard, okay? You don't want to go overboard. I might want to see the enemy go down. You might be like, you know what, I'm done with this, right? But that once you put that energy out of vengeance, that only causes the vampire to get entertained. They become bigger, and they enjoy playing games. They need energy, and they need stimulation to survive, to further exist. You must ask your angels to assist these people in aligning with their truth rather than send out words of war and attack and execution. Because some of these people, they need help getting back on track, but that don't mean that you're the one that's going to be able to help them. You ask God, come get your kids, all right? And as you see fit, do what you will, right? I see that this person is good. I see that this person is lost. I see the reason that this person wants to leash onto me is because they want to be friends with me, but they don't have what it takes to connect with me. We just are not the same, right? An example. So you call upon deities. There are so many there, or angels, right? However you work with, You look at the signs and symbols. You meditate and ask the divine, what is it that I can do to protect myself from this person? What is it that they need? Okay. They need to find something else to do, right? Without giving your energy. The vampire gets entertained. They enjoy playing games, right? You ask your angels to assist these people in aligning with their truth rather than send out the words of battle and execution. I write stuff down, y'all. I be smoking herbs sometimes, so I forget things, okay? Some people have problems that stem from emotional standpoints. And even then, that does not make you their person to feed off of or make you liable to deal with this person's shit, right? You are not the cleanup crew or the person that's responsible for this person's behavior, right? They're hurt, nor are you obligated to figure this shit out or share your good, well-earned, positive, conserved energy. Anyone who is undeserving, okay, and has not done their work or lacks accountability. Most of the time, these people truly only want people's sympathy, right? So that they're able to sustain getting by doing the things that they've been doing all their lives and will probably keep doing for eternity. Okay? And they want you to essentially give up your powers, or they want to use your powers for their profit. And once you cut these energetic cords, and once you identify this, not only will you usually have the self of empowerment and laughter, because the divine will remove you and put you so high up on a pedestal that these people will begin to look like little ants. And also allowed you to culminate, positive headspace, your own interpretation of how these people work. All right? Over and out.